Yeah, okay. Ah, I realize that comedy against religion and the new atheist movement has kind of mellowed out in the past few years by the lack of good and new arguments by the religious side. But I had stuck by some jokes over the years, and I thought, well, I might as well do them in this stand-up kind of way. Now, some religious folk might go, well, picking on religion, that's easy. Yeah. It's surprisingly easy, and you should really think about it why that is. And I know thinking is hard. It's very difficult for you, especially when all you're trying to do is reduce thinking and you're pushing your responsibilities to a higher source. A higher source that you describe in so very vague fashion that it could almost mean anything. Well, you know the funny thing about Christians? There's lots of funny things about Christians, but the funny thing about Christians is that they don't seem to know their God's name. It's funny to me because in other religions, people usually call their God by the God's name. Not Christians. No. If you go down the street and ask a average Christian, what God do you worship? I worship God! Yeah, I know you worship a God, but what God do you worship? There is only one God and I worship God! Yeah, I understand you worship a God, but how do you differentiate that God from other gods? Does your God have a name? No, he's just God! Okay then. Okay, I'm pretty sure that would be the answer you will get. They just worship God. You know, in other religions, they usually worship Allah, Apollo, Krishna, or Zeus, or whatever. But Christians, they just stick to God. I have a newsflash for you. God is not a name, it's a title. You know, if you go to a restaurant and there is a person who serves you food, that person's name is not waiter. No. Waiter is the title of the job that person is working in. So, what have we learned so far? Waiter and God, not names, but titles. So, if God is a title, what is actually the Christian God's name? Well, most Bible versions tell us that the Christian God's name is Jehovah or Yahweh. Dear delusion has many names, I guess. And some Bible versions tell us that God's name is simply Lord, which is still not a name. It's a title, unless it's Gaylord. But the thing is, there are so many versions of the Bible itself, and every version is a bit different. So, which version is the right version? Some sensible person at this point might go, this all seems like a scam to me. But let's put that aside for a moment. Come on. Okay, so there are so many versions of the Bible, so many versions of Christianity among countless religions and gods. So there should be something for everybody, right? It seems to me that people just can go and shop around. They can go shopping. No. Well, this God doesn't let me to eat pigs. But I fucking love to eat pigs. I fucking pig out on pigs. No. 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 Hey. This God lets me to eat pigs. Nice. And I can stone my neighbor to death if I catch him working on a Sunday. Haha! Sold! That is the God for me. I feel better already. I feel like a better human being, a better person. Now, where are my binoculars and my rocks? That bastard neighbor's gonna get it! Yeah. But you know, there seems to be a religion or a God for everybody's fancy. And that to me is the best evidence that God did not make man, but man made God. All these religions are man-made. It's so obvious that it hurts. If people would only think. Well. Okay. Let's go back to the Bible for a bit. I just said that the Bible allows you to stone your neighbor to death if you catch him working on the Sabbath. Well, that is in the Old Testament. And you know, the Old Testament says all kinds of crazy shit. It allows you to kill people for different reasons, and it prohibits you eating stuff like most animals and the legendary shrimp. And it even says that this will never change. Well, until it did. You know, because nowadays it seems that everybody is eating pork and shrimp. So, I asked a devoted Christian about this. How is this possible? Why do you eat shrimp? And don't stone pregnant women who are having a child out of wedlock to death. And the answer came without a flinch. The answer was, well, that was the Old Testament, the old laws. When Jesus came in the New Testament, he gave us a new set of instructions. What? Please, let me get it straight now. Bible, the Bible is a holy book written by God through divinely inspired people. And Bible is the Word of God. And everything in it is right and is law. Okay, and God is a all-knowing, all-powerful, all-wise super being. So, why did he fuck up? It seems to me he fucked up. If he is saying one thing in the Old Testament and then correcting himself through Jesus in the New Testament, it seems he made a mistake. How is this possible? He's all-knowing, all-wise. Come on. I mean, was God, after he wrote the Old Testament, was he all like, oh shit, man, oh fuck. Oh man, what a hangover. I really need to lay off the booze, man. Shit. This hangover is gonna last me for weeks. What's this? Oh, Oh, did I write this? Oh my God, I think I wrote that last night when I was drunk. Oh, and oh yeah, I sent it out. Yeah, they're reading it already. I can see you. You're reading it. Fuck. Oh fuck. They're gonna get the wrong idea. Oh, maybe. Oh shit. Maybe I should do something to fix this. Yeah, maybe I should fix this. What the shit? Fuck! Shit! That bitch over there. Fuck. I think I knocked her up last night when I was drunk. Shit. Well, she's definitely prego and shit. Fuck. Oh shit. She's gonna have my divine bastard son. Hey, my divine bastard son. Hey, this is gonna work. Yeah. My divine... I'll tell them that it was planned. Of course, they will buy everything. I will tell them this was planned. My divine bastard son will come and help them. And, set them straight. Oh my... I'll even name him Jesus Christ. Oh, yeah. Oh, he will pick up the slack. He will fix everything. And I can go back to boozing. Yeah. That could be it. Why there are discrepancies in Old Testament and New Testament. But there is another way to explain this. Maybe God didn't do a mistake. I mean, what do we really know about this Jesus guy anyways? Did you ever think that maybe Jesus wasn't the Messiah? Because the Jews did, with all the crucifying and stuff. All those rapscallions. Okay. But it all makes sense when you think about it. It all makes sense. Maybe Bible wasn't meant to be, maybe the Bible was only meant to be the Old Testament. It was supposed to be only the Old Testament. And then Satan sent his top one guy, his number one agent, Jesus, to infiltrate Earth and set things to another course. Jesus infiltrated the earth, and that's a hard word, infiltrated the earth as in a son of God. He told everyone, I'm the son of God. And Jesus told everybody that, no, you don't have to obey those old silly rules. No. I will give you a new set of instructions. All new, all mine. Maybe he didn't do the evil laugh. Anyways, Jesus was very effective, either a con man or an agent for Satan, whatever. Because, nowadays it seems everybody is worshiping Jesus. It's all praise Jesus, hail Jesus. No one is actually worshiping God. Because, in the Bible, somewhere it says something like, there is only one God, you shouldn't worship any other gods. Something like that. And I think the Bible also establishes that Jesus is the Son of God, not the God. No. If there's only one God, and you shouldn't worship any other gods, and Jesus is the Son of God, it seems when people are worshiping Jesus, they are worshiping a false God. Well done, Jesus. You just diverted the worship from the actual God to yourself. To a false God. Haha. Well, I guess it's easy when you have a real name and all. What that all-powerful business. God is all-powerful. That kind of bothers me. If that is really true, if there is a God and that God is all-powerful, well, then he's obviously responsible for all kinds of crazy and nasty fucking things. Floods, earthquakes, genocides, murders, rape, pedophilia, and the Twilight movies. When you bring these bad things up to a religious people, man, woman, whatever, they will defend their religion and their God by saying bad things are allowed to happen because the original sin. Oh, yeah, the original sin. Yeah, the original sin. Adam and Eve, they had a shot in paradise, but they blew it. What? What? I mean, okay. The original sin. Oh, fuck. Come on. If God is all-powerful, all-knowing, of course he should have known that Adam and Eve are gonna eat out of the forbidden tree. I mean, how dumb is God anyways? If you make something forbidden, everybody wants it. Come on. I can just see it. I can see it happening. I think it went something like this. Adam and Eve, in my garden, you can be as you want to be, do what you want, and eat out of any tree. And Adam said, Cool, God, nice. Oh, and Adam and Eve, that tree over there, that tree. Don't eat out of that one because it's forbidden. Okay, bye. What the fuck was that? That tree over there. What the? Eve? Thinking what I'm thinking? Those must be some fucking delicious apples over there. Some juicy fuckers. Let's go and eat those fuckers. Yeah! Of course Adam and Eve are gonna eat out of the forbidden tree. Oh my God. Wait a minute. I think I just logically proved that God loves rape. Yeah, it's proven. It's airtight. And the all-powerfulness has this other thing. It has the all-powerful paradox. I've heard it in some TV shows, and it sounds something like what a kid would say, what a child would say. This saying, could God make a rock so heavy that even he couldn't lift it? Which actually, if you think about it, it's a great paradox for all-powerfulness because it disproves all-powerfulness. Either the rock cannot be created or it cannot be lifted. You can't do both. So, nothing can be all-powerful. It's pretty damn simple and fun. Ah. Okay. Enough for the Bible for a bit. Because the Bible, well, it really doesn't matter. No one really reads it anyways. Most believers are not literate. They believe in a God because they were brought up to believe in a God. And a God gives them hope in a world that they don't understand. Well, they don't understand it mostly because they cannot read. It's impossible to change someone's mind when they don't possess the tools to think enough to change their minds. The reason that I mentioned hope as a cause for belief is because we people are terrible handling death and the loss of our loved ones. People close to us, we are shit handling with those situations when we lose them. In those situations, the supernatural, it gives us hope. And it helps us through the devastation. The comfort that comes from the supernatural. I think that is kind of a survival mechanism of sorts. But there are these cases when these brilliant people, usually teenagers, they go fucking behind God's back. Okay, God might be all knowing, all seeing, all powerful, but still, some teenagers manage go fucking behind God's back. And those teenagers, they get pregnant. And, young girl's body sometimes can't handle the pregnancy. And those people, they lose their unborn baby. It's terrible. It's terrible. It's honestly, no nonsense. It's shit. But when this happens, when a teenager, it doesn't have to be a teenager, whoever loses a baby and they're kind of feeling bad that they lost their baby, then comes in the priest. The priest comes in and the priest says, your child is with God now. Well, fuck! I mean, come on. Couldn't God make like his own fucking child? Why the fuck did he have to take mine? Fuck! Seems like he's perfectly capable of doing his fucking own children. Doing his own children. Making his own children. Why did he have to take mine? And what is God doing with all those children anyways? I heard this wasn't the first time this has happened. What does God do with all those children? Very questionable if you ask me. Yeah. The Catholic Church says that every child that has died in the womb or shortly after being born will automatically go to heaven. What? Automatically to heaven? Free pass to heaven? It's a sure thing. It's a sure thing. Well, why take the chance then? Why take the chance and give birth to your child? If you give birth to your child could grow up and start worshipping some other god. Or, even worse, your child could turn out illiterate and could grow up to be a stinking atheist. No, a stinking atheist. No. Yo, why take the... Don't risk it. Better not risk it. Just get your trusty old coat hanger and rip the thing out. Pull it out. Pull it out! Pull it out and don't risk your son or daughter being a fucking stinking atheist. No! When you pull it out, your child will go to heaven. And it's a sure thing, if you give birth to your child, there is a probability that your child will fuck it up and not get to go to heaven. So do the right thing, get your coat hanger and rip it out. Your child will go to a better place without seeing this ugly place we called the world. My baby's up in heaven now. Didn't have to experience this cruel, cruel world. Cruel world indeed. Pulling your baby out of yourself with a coat hanger could actually be the most humane thing you can do. Because if you are one of those very religious parents who think that you don't need doctors, medicine, vaccines, and hospitals, then pulling your baby out of yourself with a rusty coat hanger could be actually the most humane thing you can do. We've all heard about these parents from the news. They think that when their children get sick, they don't need doctors or hospitals. Only thing they need to do is to pray to God and God will heal them. Well, that hasn't happened yet. In fact, there are cases when those children have died and agonizing, brutal, and pointless deaths. So pointless. Those fuckers. Slow, painful, brutal, agonizing, and pointless death. That is what their parents give their children. The good news is that these days, those parents are finally sent to prison. They are put to court and judged to be idiots, and they're sent to prison. And that shows a message to other fucking idiot parents that you shouldn't fucking do that. You shouldn't be idiots and kill your children for nothing. I hope those parents will stay in prison for the rest of their lives, because death is just too gentle of a punishment for them. Punishment. Yeah. Punishment reminds me of the story of Abraham, Isaac, and you guessed it, God. I have my own take on the story, and well, my story goes something like this. So, one day, out of the blue, God comes to Abraham and says, Abraham, kill me a son. Kill me your son Isaac and prove your faith. Which is kind of a dick move. When someone asks you to kill your son, it's a dick move. I think we can all agree on that one. And why should Abraham prove his faith? He's fucking talking to God. They're having a dialogue. What's there to prove? I think the conversation should go, Yo, Abraham. Yo, I'm God. So you exist? Yep, I'm here. Cool, good to know. Yeah, bye. Bye. That should be it. There's plenty of, well, unless Abraham's insane, which would be definitely likely, it still would be enough evidence for Abraham that there is a God, he shouldn't sacrifice his son. But you know, the sitch is in our story that God, for some wacky reason, is asking Abraham to kill his oldest son, Isaac, to prove his fate. The sitch is that Abraham, kill me your son Isaac, and prove your faith. And I'm guessing that Abraham answered something like, no. Abraham, bro, so you're not gonna do it then? No. I'm not gonna kill my son. Are you sick in the head or something? Of course I'm not gonna kill my son. No. Cool. What else? No biggie. Hey, Abraham, look over there. What are you saying? Abraham, quickly now. Look over there. Look. Okay, I'm looking, but I don't know what I'm looking for. Hey, just Abraham, keep looking. Boom, Burge! Global flood! Yeah! How do you like me now when you're dead? Ha! How you not like me now when you're drowning? Ha! What? Fuck. That guy over there. Holy shit. That guy over there. He built a fucking ark. Shit. He built a fucking ark. Got all those animals inside it. Oh, fuck. Well, I guess. Well played, Satan. Well played. Yeah, that could be very likely. And maybe God is like that. I may not be able to ever disprove God, but you cannot disprove that God isn't like that. Well, you can't disprove that I'm not God. You know, let's say I am God. You can't disprove that. Sure, I get sick and I bleed, but I work in mysterious ways. Sure, I grow older and I will die, but my plan is complicated. Don't ever claim that you know the mind of God. I could claim all kinds of stupid shit and you couldn't disprove me. Should you believe me? Well, no, absolutely not. You shouldn't believe me. No. Ugh. I have heard some bishops and cardinals saying that it is entirely possible for an atheist like me, I'm an atheist, surprise, for an atheist to get to go to heaven. It's possible for an atheist to get to go to heaven, which is kind of a funny thing to hear, because if you think about it, the odds are really on the atheist side here. Because, you know, if there is only one true God, one true belief system, then the odds are on the atheist side. Because, you know, either the right God or be an atheist. Okay, if you choose the wrong God among the thousands of gods out there, there is a very high probability that you will end up in hell, some variation of hell, or when you die, you will cease to exist. But if you choose no God, there's a very good chance you will get to go to heaven. Very good chance. 1 in 2 chance. As in the first one of, thousands. But the atheist, no God, 1 in 2 chance you will get to go to heaven. So, it really seems the odds are on the atheist side. So, come aboard! Don't be afraid. I saved you a seat. Come on the atheist train. Well, yeah. But to sum this thing up somehow, we have had and will have a long battle with faith against reason, especially when there are very many people who cannot fathom that something can come out of nothing, a universe out of nothing. Instead, they choose to believe in a prime mover or creator that has created everything and gives a rat's ass about them. And the evidence for that? It's nothing. So it seems to me that religion truly is something from nothing. Thank you.